Fuck the With Man Jackson. You're watching WGS-TV.
Hello everybody, welcome to another installment of WGS-TV right here on youtube.com/WrestleGamer and ZFXTV. I'm Don't Bleep Don't Boudreaux, and this is going to be my review of WWE's Money in the Bank pay-per-view, starting with the pre-show match of Kofi Kingston and R-Truth taking on Hanico and Camacho. To be honest with you, straightforward. Kofi and R-Truth we're going to go over anyway. I've said it multiple times. Camacho, stay out of the wrestling ring. You suck. Hanico carried the team. Hanico pretty much carried the team for his side, and with the way that they have the titles on Kofi and R-Truth, I didn't see them losing. So, by the way, I want to correct myself real quick, because I was corrected on the predictions video. I said on the predictions video that this was a tag team title match. Apparently, I was mistaken. So I just wanted to go on the record and say that, I do apologize for being mistaken, and I do stand corrected that this was a non-title match. Next up was the World Heavyweight Championship Money in the Bank match. Great match. A lot of good stuff, especially from Tensai. I was actually quite impressed. Tensai actually delivered on some good, entertaining stuff. So did Sin Cara and Tyson Kidd. But my pick went through. Dolph Ziggler got the World Heavyweight title Money in the Bank contract. So I must say, I'm very impressed. Even though I did call it, I still think it was a really good match. 4 out of 5. By the way, the tag match, 3 out of 5 from earlier. I do apologize for not giving it a score. My mind's still a little because I just woke up. But let's go ahead and go to the World Heavyweight Championship match. Sheamus and Alberto Del Rio. This matchup was every bit as good as it was when I saw it live in the Cajun Dome. Now they didn't do it step for step, but it was still just as entertaining. It was a really great match. My pick did go through. My pick was Sheamus. And because I thought that he was on too good of a roll as a World Heavyweight Champion. So, the matchup was good in itself. But what happened was, after the match was over, Alberto Del Rio beat him down, and then boom, Dolph Ziggler's music hit, and boy, he came out to a pop from the crowd. Wow. He came out there without Vicky Guerrero and, without Vicky by him. It's hard to tell that he is supposed to be a heel. But now he's kind of like transitioning into a face because of the crowd going over on him. So, but he came out and was about to cash in Money in the Bank. Alberto Del Rio was, trying to stop him, and Ziggler clocks him with the Money in the Bank. Of course, that gets another the briefcase, and that gets another pop from the crowd. And he hands the briefcase over to the referee, and amidst all this, Sheamus has gotten up, realized what has happened, and broke kicks Dolph in the face. So the Money in the Bank match was never cashed in, so Dolph Ziggler is still pretty much Money in the Bank for SmackDown. Score for the match, I'm going to grade the match and the post-match activity. I'm going to go 4 out of 5, and I thought it was really great. Next up was a match that wasn't advertised. Epico and Primo with Rosa Mendez. Or it's great to see her in the stuff that she doesn't wear, if you guys kind of catch my drift. Taking on the Primetime Players, Darren Young and Titus O'Neil from All World Productions. I'll give it to WWE. For the longest time I was saying, they kind of went crap on the tag team division. And, they're finally starting to show some signs of life, because they're actually trying to build up a feud between Epico and Primo and the Primetime Players. And, of course, they had Kofi and R-Truth on commentary. I must say, WWE is finally starting to show some signs of life, but we need some more work. Need some more work into it. Especially with Epico and Primo beating the primetime players. I don't know. But just because I got to see Rosa Mendez out there, and the fact that WWE is actually trying now with the tag team division, I'm going to go 4 out of 5. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Now, the next match should have been the main event. It should have been in the main event. I don't know why WWE did this, but then again, if you look at the match structure and the way everything turned out, you can kind of see why. And I don't know why. Well, let me just rant off a little bit right here, very quickly. Okay. Past few pay-per-views, the WWE Championship, which should be the mainstay of your pay-per-view, which should be the main event of your pay-per-view, have been overshadowed by John Cena. Now, you know what? I am a fan of John Cena. I've already gone on record by saying this. In fact, you guys, on my Cajun Dome review video, you guys can see I have a John Cena t-shirt. Okay? And yes, I am a fan. I've always said it, that he's the poster boy for the WWE. However, the last few pay-per-views, Cena has overshadowed their company's own championship. And to me, that just doesn't sit well with me. If anything, the next match after Epico and Primo and the primetime players. Oh, by the way, very quickly, The Miz made his return as expected, and as expected, inserted himself into the WWE Money in the Bank ladder match. But if anything, if they would have done this the right way, then maybe I wouldn't have an issue with it. But they decided to put the WWE Championship match next, after Epico and Primo and the primetime players, instead of the WWE Championship Money in the Bank ladder match. If anything, CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan should have been the main event. It should have been the main event, in my opinion. And the way the match was worked, it should have been the main event. But that's not the way WWE saw it. They saw fit to put the WWE Championship Money in the Bank ladder match as your main event, as opposed to the main event having your company's WWE Championship match on the line. I don't understand that move. You know, maybe one of you guys out there can kind of clarify that for me about WWE's ineptitude when it comes to proper match coordination. Because honestly, I'm still a fan of Cena. I am still a fan of Cena no matter what. He's done a lot of great work. But what I'm not a fan of is WWE's match coordination, I guess you can call it. Say their ineptitude to kind of put together a proper match card. Now this is a proper match card. The lineup sucks. Honestly. Because if anything, if I had my way with it, guys, this would have been the match lineup. Kofi and R-Truth taking on Hunico Camacho. Yeah, that's the pre-show match. First matchup, I would probably put Epico and Primo and the primetime players as the opening match. Then go to the World Heavyweight Championship Money in the Bank ladder match. Then go to the World Heavyweight Championship Money in the Bank ladder match. I'm sorry, World Heavyweight Championship match, Sheamus and Alberto Del Rio. Then go to the Six Divas tag match, which was Layla, Caitlyn, and Tamina Snuka taking on Beth Phoenix, Natalya, and Eve. Then go to Ryback taking on Tyler Ricks and Kurt Hawkins. Then go to the WWE Championship Money in the Bank ladder match. And then finish it in the main event with CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. To me, that would have been a better lineup for the card. That would have been a better lineup. Instead, WWE went with this. So, let's just go ahead and talk about the match now. And I think I've ranted a little bit too much already when it comes to this match lineup. But CM Punk and Daniel Bryan was every bit as good as I thought it was going to be. Even more because they added the stipulation that the matchup was going to be now a no disqualification match. So they put a lot more into it. Do I feel that the no disqualification stipulation was needed? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. You know, they didn't need it at Over the Limit. Why would they need it at Money in the Bank? But it was still a really good match, in my opinion. CM Punk retains by suplexing Daniel Bryan through a table. So CM Punk is still the World Heavyweight Champion. 4 out of 5. I thought it was a really good match. Ryback taking on Tyler Ricks and Kurt Hawkins. What we got to see in this match is Ryback taking more bumps. You know, showing that he's not as invincible as a lot of people thought he was. You know, we've never got the chance to see Ryback on the defensive, is what I'm saying. And we got to see a little bit of that on Friday Night SmackDown with his one-on-one encounter with Tyler Ricks. And we got to see a lot more of that here on the pay-per-view. It kind of looks like they're trying to develop a feud between Ryback and Tyler Ricks and Kurt Hawkins. I don't know, maybe I could be mistaken, but that's the way it looks. I'm going to go 3 out of 5. Good opportunity to see Ryback again, you know, show what he can do defensively inside the ring. You know, showing that he can take bumps as well as execute them. Next up was the 6 Diva Tag match. Layla, Kaitlyn, and Tamina Snuka taking on Beth Phoenix, Natalya, and Eve. I really don't know what to say about this match. Except we had boner, boner, boner killer, boner, boner, boner. You guys figure out which one's the boner killer. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But, you know, there was some rumor that Karma was going to return and attack somebody in this match, but it didn't happen. 3 out of 5 on the 6 Diva Tag match. And then the WWE Championship Money in the Bank ladder match apparently now is the main event. John Cena, Kane, go figure. John Cena, Kane, Big Show, and now The Miz. I thought it was a great idea to add The Miz. Chris Jericho, I'm sorry, was in there. And, you know, it makes it better to have more than just 4 people in your Money in the Bank ladder match. It was good to see them bring out the giant, supersized ladder for the Big Show that they did in last year's Money in the Bank. Because, man, that sucker was huge. I mean, if Big Show had a hard time, you know, lifting that thing, I can only imagine just how much that sucker weighed. How much that sucker weighed. I mean, I can only imagine, you know, he had to strain. I mean, absolutely strain to lift that damn thing. So I can only imagine just how much strain was put onto him for this. But the finish came, I think, a little bit unexpectedly because as John Cena was using the Money in the Bank briefcase to hit the Big Show, the handlebar on the briefcase snapped off. And then John Cena just had an absolute look of shock on his face because the matchup was already over. To me, that could have been a botch. It could have been a botch. Because I don't think they were really expecting the handlebars on the Money in the Bank briefcase to break off. The briefcase was never properly unhooked from the thing that was holding him up, that rope. It was never unhooked. So, yeah, it was an absolute look of shock on Cena's face. Now, he played it off beautifully. I'll give Cena that. But I still believe that this was a botch. You know, because I really don't think they actually anticipated the handlebars on the briefcase breaking. But that's the way it went. So John Cena is now Raw Money in the Bank. I'm going to go, since I dwindled it down on the predictions video to two guys, Big Show or John Cena, which those two guys were the final two guys, going for the Money in the Bank briefcase, I'm going to go 4 out of 5 because it kind of went the way I thought it was going to go. Now, what I want to know is, what did you guys think of Money in the Bank? Because overall, I'm going to go 3.5 out of 5. Now, albeit, the reason why I say this is, the reason why I give it a score like that is, you guys already heard my rant about it. Because I think that even though this was a good card, the lineup sucked. The lineup was terrible. And if they would have reworked the lineup to what I said it was going to be, or what I wanted it to be, then it would probably go 4 out of 5. But 3.5, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. That's why I give it a 3.5 out of 5. The lineup was crap. That's all I'm going to say. They needed to, the match order, the lineup should have been better than what it was. Because to be honest with you, last year's Money in the Bank, if you guys remember the finish with John Cena and CM Punk, because on that Money in the Bank, the WWE Championship was the main event. But this year, the lineup was just terrible. Terrible. But I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and go 3.5 out of 5. So what I want to know is, what do you guys think of Money in the Bank this year? Do you kind of agree with my score, 3.5 out of 5? Or do you give it a different score? And if so, please tell me why. Be sure you put your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. And don't forget to subscribe to both youtube.com/WrestleGamer and youtube.com/ZFXTV Network and ZFX Fame. So with that being said, I'm Double B Billy Boudreaux saying thank you very much for watching.